Senator Patterson.
Thank you, Chair. Before I asked about which state or territory the returnees are located in, and you've declined to do that, as I understand, for operational reasons, I just want to confirm that it's the government's view that communities do not have a right to know that members of ISIS and their children are living among them in the community.
I'll leave it for you to apply whatever spin you want to, Senator Patterson. What we're focused on is good national security practice.
So you don't think communities have a right to know?
That's your spin.
No, I'm asking you, I'm giving you the opportunity to disagree.
I refer you to my earlier answer.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, Minister, but what
That's
do you
exactly
think?
what you're trying to do.
No, I'm sincerely not. You can say whatever you like here, Minister. Do communities have a right to know?
Communities can expect the Albanese government and the government security agencies to put the Australian people's security at the forefront, and what we say and what we do is all about delivering that.
Have any local governments been consulted about this or informed?
I don't know. The officials may or may not be able to answer that question.
I don't know, Senator, and I think, again, that would be most likely able to be answered, if it can be answered, by the security law enforcement agencies later today.
The previous cohort who returned, Minister O'Neill met with local government officials with a group of mayors. In fact, I think she might have taken Mr Burgess as Director General of ASIO with her. I presume the Minister hasn't met with any communities?
Is that a question?
Yes.
I can take that on notice.
Okay. Well, I think we might know if he had.
Well, I haven't been briefed on that.
Okay. To the Department's knowledge, has the Minister met with or spoken to any local communities, any mayors?
Not to my knowledge, Senator, but obviously we don't have a comprehensive view of the Minister's diary.
Two communities who publicly expressed their anxiety about this are Australian Yazidis and Assyrian Christians who settled in Australia after we made a home for them after the rise and fall of Islamic State. They say they feel unsafe and concerned that people who were members of ISIS, as the ISIS brides were, who persecuted them are now among them. Has anyone met with or consulted those communities or community leaders?
Again, I'll take that on notice.
To the Department's knowledge, has anyone met with those communities? They're very vibrant, active communities that have peak bodies like many other Australian diaspora communities.
So, Senator, in relation to the return of Australians of their own volition, I'm not aware of any meetings with those communities. Of course, our Community Liaison Network meets with community groups very regularly. I'm not aware that it's that particular topic has been touched on, and nor would I expect that to be in those engagements. I think that really is, again, an issue for the agencies who are managing the return of these people into community.
Can you understand why those communities would be distressed to learn this news?
Senator, we are very sensitive to the needs of various communities and diaspora in Australia, and I can only repeat that our goal is to promote the greatest possible community safety for all Australians.
Do you think, though, as part of that, it would be a good idea to meet with communities who are victims of ISIS who would understandably be distressed by this news. I'm not suggesting you have to disclose operational information to them, but I think it would go a long way with a community like that if Home Affairs, or indeed the Minister, reached out and said, we're doing everything we can to protect you. You have nothing to fear. Our agencies are on this. Your safety is my priority. Just some level of reassurance.
I've made that point here a number of times today that whether it be about this particular cohort or more generally, both the government and security agencies, their number one job is to keep Australian communities safe, whether they be recent migrant communities or people who've been here for a very long time. And it may be that the operational agencies can tell you a little bit more about that when they appear later on today.
But it's not ASIO's job to do that on behalf of government or AFP's job to do that on behalf of government. You're saying they should just be watching estimates to receive those reassurances? They deserve no specific outreach or efforts?
Well, the department has given you answers about their role in this matter, and other agencies will be able to do so later today as well.
Sure, but Minister, these were people who were murdered, who were tortured, who were raped, who were viciously persecuted by one of the most abhorrent terrorist organisations we have seen in generations. And they are expressing in the media, in newspaper articles, their distress at this news. Has no one from the government reached out to them?
I've already taken that on notice.
Secretary, no one from the department has reached out to them?
So, Senator, to return to an earlier point, my understanding is that both ASIO and AFP do have capacity to outreach. We will take on notice the issues you've raised and we'll discuss it with colleagues.
Thank you. I appreciate that.